All right, welcome back, guys. So, as I said, preparation is everything. So that's why I cut these pieces of tape because my hands get cramped up after doing this for a while. So I use the tape to temporarily stop the system. So I have it so it has kind of like a, what do you call it? A tension. I don't know if it being down works better than being up, like if I put it up higher on the, but it seems to be going okay, slow and steady. I think what I'm going to do though is every so often I'm going to take some crazy glue and kind of glue it along there to keep it stationary or to keep it set, if you will. Anyway, it is slow going, but it's getting there. I don't know if I'm going to have enough wire for what I planned. I had planned 5 layers on each one of these, but because the wire is so thick and I'm covering such a large area, I think I may drop that down to 3 layers. What's the worst that can happen, right? It doesn't work, but it's laying down really nice. And when I get to the end, I'm going to cover this with blue masking tape so that I can start a new layer. I don't know if I'm going to have enough wire. I don't think I'm going to have enough. I'm going to try the up version of the tensioner. All right, so far tuned. So good. I've got the first layer on. And I don't need to cover it completely with the blue tape, just enough to keep it from moving around, you know what I mean? And I crazy glued a couple of spots, like when I'd get this far, I'd crazy glue like one there and one there. And when it got a little farther, I would crazy glue one over here, you know what I mean? So, yeah. We'll see what we shall see. I don't even know if this tensioner is doing anything productive, but it seems to be working, so I'm going to keep it going. Oh, right, and I got some comments on the way I was going to wind it, and one of the commenters was from, I think, Toffee Flavor, and I think I understood what he was saying, and I checked some of my old Newman coils, and this is the right way, or this is the way that I wound the other one. So instead of going counterclockwise, well, I'm actually going counterclockwise, but I'm turning the bobbin clockwise. So yeah, it should be fine as long as I do them both in the same direction and hook the trail end with the leading end of the other coil when it sits one on top of the other. I'll be fine. I don't really think. Yeah, I'll be fine. Anyway, it's getting there. Gotta say, it's coming out surprisingly good. Yeah, the second layer seems to be laying down perfectly, and I can tell when I'm doing it right when I end up with the same gap all the way around towards the end. If I end up really close to the edge on one side of the bobbin and then really far away on the other side, then I know it's not wound correctly, or I went off, you know, on an angle. But this seems to be laying down really nice. And of course, with anything, the more you do it, the better you get at it, and you get perfect right at the end when you have no more to do. But what I do is I just wind it fast, I lay down a bunch, and then I take my fingernails and I slide it over. I was going to use a piece of wood, but I don't need to. My fingernails work just fine, and there's no way it's going to scratch the enamel off of the copper wire. Yeah, it's working out pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make sure I do this first one right. Then if I don't think I'll have enough, I'll just order some more, and because I don't want to cheap out on it. All right, stay tuned. Second layer done. So I'm looking at what I have left. I think I can do 5 layers with that one roll, but then I won't be able to wind the other one. I'll have to order some more um, wire. But I'm thinking maybe 3 will be enough, but then I don't even think I'll have enough to do 3 on each. I'm not going to cheap out. I'm going to do 5. So
Stay
as
tuned.
I'm looking at my old Newman motors and this one, I really don't think I need 5 layers because this is thick wire and it's a lot. So there's going to be a lot of wire on there. I think 3 layers might do it. I'll have to check it out. Um, so I know how many layers, but I forgot to count the turns. Not that that matters. I can always count it when I do the next one. Um, but I'm trying to figure out if I because I have to do an odd number. I can't do 4, and so it will either be 3 or 5 because I want the wire to end on the opposite side that it started, simply for the ease of connecting the 2 coils together. This is the start of the third layer. And it's going down well. This little thing I rigged up seems to work pretty good. It's a little bit on the shaky side, but it gets the job done. But I'm trying to figure out if I should go for all 5 or if 3 will be plenty. Because again, I'm using bigger wire than I've ever used. I don't really know if that makes a huge difference. I think it does. Um, hmm. Of course, I can't ask you guys because by the time you see this, I will have already made the decision, unfortunately. And I'm sure no matter what I pick, I'm going to get told I should have did something else, which is cool. I mean, that's what makes this whole adventure great because I get fantastic ideas from guys like G Law or Magnus Attractus and Toffee Flavor and my brother from another mother down under. Let me see. Should I do 3 or 5? Maybe I should flip a coin. Let me see. Do I have a coin here? All right. I will use this as a coin. So that'll be heads. That'll be tails. Heads will be I do 3. Tails will be I do 5. Shit. 5. I definitely underestimated the wire. I thought I had enough to do both coils. So I'll have enough to do 5 layers on one coil. Then I'll have to order another one of these because I don't think I have any 20 gauge. And if I do, I'm pretty sure it's not enough. I could always just put 21 gauge on the other coil, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to mix gauges. I don't think it'll be that big of a difference, but yeah, I don't want to. I'm putting a lot of work into this. I don't want to half-ass it. So I still haven't figured out if I'm going to do 3 or 5. Let's see, double or nothing. Where's that thing? All right. Heads 3, tails 5. God damn, tails. All right, looks like I'm doing 5 layers. Well, shit. Ciao. I might not even have enough wire to do 5 on here. I may just have enough, but I'll have to knock it off with the nice looking wrap for the last one. Just try to get as much wire on there as I can. All right. Well, I just spent the last 15 minutes unwinding the 4th winding because it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape off. I'm going to do a finish winding all the way up to the top and then run the wire back down again, but not, yeah, you guys will see. I have just enough, I think, to do a fourth row, and then a little bit I can just wrap the wire around to come down so it can come down towards the end. But I'm going to take this blue tape off of there and put crazy glue on it to hold it. All right, stay tuned. Dang nabbit. So I had just enough to do a couple of crappy windings to get it down to 5. So I'm going to buy another one of these spools and do the exact same thing to the other one so that they're even. Yeah, so I had to sacrifice the really nice looking winding for whatever. All right, cool. So I don't know how many turns, but I do know it's 2.5 pounds. So it's a beast. It is a beast. So I should get some good action from this thing, hopefully. I glued up this guy, so he's ready to go. He'll go inside there. 3 barrel magnets in each one, so this will be pretty hefty too. All right, I got to order the wire and continue on. Ciao.